Hey guys, today we're going to be changing the valve shims on a Honda Ruckus. It's a pretty simple procedure. The first steps are you're going to need to remove your battery box and your floor plastics if you still have it. Mine aren't attached very well, so this will probably go pretty fast. Alright, as you can see, we got the back of the battery box off just to take the plastics off, which is pretty simple. So now we're going to move in a little bit closer and remove the valve cover. Alright, next off, remove the 4 8mm bolts from your valve cover. And if you have a swivel and an impact, that definitely helps. Here's what I'll be using. If your vacuum hoses are still connected, go ahead and remove them, and your valve cover should come right off. Here we have the bolts. Make sure you don't lose them. This is a magnet. If you don't have one of these, you probably need to get one because it's very easy to drop the shim into the motor. Forgot to mention that, but that's all you need is that and a flathead screwdriver for this next step. Alright, now you see what's inside the valve cover there. Right here we have the intake side. Your valve shim sets right down inside of there. This is going to be your rocker arm. Rocks up and down. It's all about your clearance between your valve spring and your rocker arm. That's what your shim's for. So after a while, your valve gets farther up into the head, you need a smaller shim, etc. So what you're usually going to do is push this rocker arm off to the right. That's what you'll need the screwdriver for. You can put the screwdriver right in through the side here. Just slide it over. Alright, here the valve shim is already removed. The rocker is slid over to the right, which it needs to be. Now we're ready to replace with the new shim. Alright, here is my shim. You see it looks like a small watch battery. Alright, and there we have our new shim installed. I didn't show the removal process, it just popped out on its own, but if you do need to actually remove it, you just take the magnet and put it there pretty close to it and it'll just come right out. Good luck, because I've dropped several down into the drivetrain there, the valve gears and all that stuff, but luckily I got it out pretty easily, so I hope you have the same luck. So now the next thing we got to do is hold the shim in place and let the rocker arm come back over it. So I'll try to get on video for you guys. A lot of times you can just press down on the valve. You definitely don't want to force it back over. It's got to be a kind of a natural process. If you actually crank the motor over, it will just come back. But I like to get it pretty close first so I don't lose the valve spring. Or shim, I'm sorry. There you have it. It's almost popped in there now. And that's what you'll be looking for when it's all back together. The rocker's centered back up, and then we're going to take and put the valve cover back on. I do have my vacuum hoses deleted. The vent is just ran straight down. This one I just run straight to the atmosphere. I believe I am missing one bolt actually. Leave the top one because you're just creating an oil seal here, so I don't see it leaking from the top. If anywhere, it's going to leak from the bottom side. Sometimes you will lose oil when you remove the valve cover. Just check your oil level after you're done. Make sure it's on the bottom of the stick at least. Tighten them up. You're only looking for slightly more than hand tight on this. Hand tight would probably get it. Alright, had to move the camera to get the last one, but as you can see, valve covers re-secured. Vent tube is there. My motor and stuff's extremely dirty. Let's go ahead and give it a test. This bike would not start previously. First crank. There we go. Bike is running good. No valve noise. Alright, there you have it, folks. Now just reinstall everything back to your liking and clean it up, and it's ready to go. Thanks for watching.